up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G, the Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming.
It's Monday, the beginning of the week. Well, it's really Sunday's the beginning of the week, but that's the weekend, so it doesn't count, does it? No. Monday, generally speaking, this here is the beginning of the week. And this is also the, it's not the beginning of the month. Things got a little bit backed up last month, had a few extra things coming out, and coupled with the way the days of the week and the way the month ran, some things just kind of had it pushed. That's what I'm just trying to say. So, ideally, this would have been last week with the What's Up June to find out what's going on for this month. But it kind of had to get pushed back till today. So, I'm sorry. Usually it won't happen, but you never know how these things are going to fall. It's definitely never the intended plan. But for right now, my friends, why don't you and me get down to the table, and I'm going to tell you about how excited I am for Two Gun Pixie in June. Alright, so I'm really excited, like I said, about this month. I got some good games coming to the table that have really got my imagination going, you know what I mean? And that's going to make me very happy, and I hope hearing about these games and seeing some of them in action is going to make you happy as well. So with the Mondays, well, at least the Mondays we have left now, so this is the second Monday of the month, and that leaves a few more. Well, 3 more actually for this month. So we're going to be talking about a sort of battle in games. And yes, I am being over dramatic. I've noticed a trend that's always been around, always been popular, but with the advance of miniatures being so everywhere, this original thing, standees, have sort of come back a little bit with some games. And are they worth it? Are the miniatures worth it? Do you need either? Neither. Well, we're going to be talking about that. Now, there was also a video that I had done in advance, and it was accidentally dropped a couple of months ago. I caught it right away. So now, with its official release date, I am going to be reissuing my monologue on discussing one-player games versus solo-style games. I don't think it was actually caught by anyone. I'm not sure if anyone actually saw it, because I believe that we just had one view on it or two, and that could have been me putting it up, editing it, looking at it. So I don't think anyone saw it. But even so, there's many, many, many more that have not seen it. And then we're going to be ending off the month, as we always do, with me discussing viewer comments, questions, and remember, please, feel free to use this as an AMA format and just ask me anything. These have been very fun, and I've been enjoying connecting with you all through this. You know, it's a little bit of an extra connection. You know, I get a nice little connection in the live playthroughs when you know, some of you have the opportunity and the chance to watch, and you write and you comment along with the game, and I get to interact and talk with you. And this is another way. This is another way of addressing your comments publicly and discussing it and answering your questions. So that's really fun for me to do. Now, that covers the Mondays. Tuesdays with our Tabletop Takeout series is still running strong as it always has, pretty much for the last, 4 or 5 years now, doing a Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, discussing games, why I like a particular game, not a review. It doesn't go into the rules and anything, but that's what we do for Tabletop Takeout Tuesdays. And we're going to be starting off, if I got the schedule right in my head, we're going to be starting off with, just to give you a little bit of a hint, something about a Gen X breakfast game. Yeah, let's let that sink in a little bit. Let me tell you why a game like that I particularly like. Now, we're also going to be talking about, and yes, I am being a little quiet about this, letting you guess what these could actually be. And we're going to be talking about some of the mightiest mites that you have ever encountered in your entire life this month with the Tabletop Takeout Tuesdays as well. Now, we are going to look at a brand new, modern, very modern twist on a high fantasy style, choose your own adventure, endless quest style of gaming update. I'll be talking about that because I've always been a fan of those style of books. And finally, I'm going to be discussing, since I've gone through the entirety of it, let's start backwards. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about Marvel Champions. You know, I've just completed a huge run of that, running everything right up to the Rise of the Red Skull. So why don't we start there, since also that's the freshest in my mind, I guess. And we'll talk about Rise of the Red Skull this month as well. Why I enjoyed that game, what the points about it were that were enjoyable, and why I'm going to replay it. Spoiler. Now, Wednesdays, you know, every single Wednesday here at Two Gun Pixie, we do enjoy doing our unboxings. Every Wednesday you get to see something new, something brand new, something different. Hopefully maybe something you haven't seen before, or something you haven't seen enough of. And those I only give you hints by the company names. So this month we're going to be looking forward to seeing, yes, you guessed it, something else from Fantasy Flight Games. We're also going to be seeing something by, now I'm not exactly 100% sure of the pronunciation of this. It's either Lick or Likey Games, L-Y-C-K, I believe, if I remember the spelling correctly, is going to be another subject of an unboxing. Now, a gift came in for my wife, actually, for her birthday, and she wanted me to do an unboxing of this, and her friend that gave it to her is dying to see the unboxing for this. So sort of rushing this up as much as I can in the list, we're going to be seeing an unboxing from What Do You Meme Company. So it isn't just the What Do You Meme game, but it's one of the standalone style expansions, I guess you could say, for it. So if you want to check out which one that is, and if you're not familiar with the game, neither am I. I think it kind of runs a little bit like a picture and word, instead of all word, version of Cards Against Humanity. We'll find out. And finally, we're going to be going back to a company we haven't seen here in a while, and it's nice to see one of their titles again, and that's Osprey Games. So keep your eye out for those unboxings coming up this month. Thursdays, as you know, is a hodgepodge. You know, it's like a merry-go-round, and you just hop on board on Thursday and see what gets delivered to you. So we do have a little bit of a mix. Now, there was something I was hoping to get to last month, and it didn't, so I'm pushing it back now, coming up. And that's some more free gaming music for you. I've dropped a couple of them already, and now this month I want to drop one for Western-style games. Some good background gaming music if you play Western games like these. And especially because hopefully July, I believe, the third and final expansion for right there, Western Legends, is going to be coming out. So the timing for this music is pretty good. It's pretty good. And besides that, we are going to have another Grand Central shout out this month. I'm not telling you to who. Just join in, because this definitely deserves, I believe, a true shout out. And then we're going to end things off with a, well, I don't know if we're going to end things off. Not 100% sure the order these are going to be dropped in. But finally, lastly, don't worry, it's been a little while, but we are getting back to doing yet another Kickstart or Drop Kick. And not sure if Tommy V has time to do it. We may do the bigger style like we've done already together. If not, I'll focus on one title and bring that to you this month. Now, that's bringing us to Friday and Saturdays, which are our live playthroughs. And for this month, we're going to be looking forward to games like the Isle of Dr. Necro, which is a high-adventure style game, sort of like a spy version of an Indiana Jones feel. So I'm very excited. I love those style of games. Now, we did have a nice, fun playthrough, although I muddled through the rules a little bit. It was a lot of fun for a first playthrough, a cold playthrough of the game. That was Tiny Epic Pirates. Well, I'm going to be jumping into that again. I'm feeling a little bit more confident now with that initial playthrough behind me. But this time, we're going to be adding in the mini expansion of Crimson Silver. So we're going to be getting some floating forts going around as well, and a few other nice little touches. I'm really looking forward to that. I hope you enjoyed the last Tiny Epic Pirates game, and are going to be looking forward to the new one. Now, also, we're going to be looking at a new game fresh from Kickstarter based on one of maybe the fourth, fifth original superhero ever printed in modern times. That's a card game dedicated to the Phantom. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Phantom. Always loved that character. Even that old 90s movie with Billy Zane. I actually did enjoy it because it's the character and the story that kind of resonates a little bit with me. It's a sort of anti-pirate version of the Lone Ranger or Zorro kind of thing, but he's got some powers, which is why he's an early superhero. I mean, he's no Hugo Hercules by any means. The very first superhero ever considered to be in modern print. What was he, 1901? 1902? Hugo Hercules. But anyway, the Phantom card game has me very excited. I'm looking forward to that. We're also going to be delving into a game called Merc the Blighted Well. It's Merc Book 1, The Blighted Well, and this is a fantasy-style endless quest book that I was kind of hinting at earlier, so now I guess you know what one of the unboxings is going to be. And if you didn't, you do now! You spoiled it, you big dummy! Oh, what was I thinking? I could edit this out, but no, I don't think I will. I'll leave it in. It seems fun. But that has actually inspired me to go back to another game. I've done 2 playthroughs already, and I liked it enough and has enough replayability. I'm going to go in for a third. So also this month, I expect to see War with the Evil Power Master hit the table again. I did have a lot of fun with that game, and it's gonna be awesome. It really is. Finally, yes, I'm gonna go back to Marvel Champions because there's a new box set out. And we're going to have to go to the stars in that one. And I'm going to use different characters for this. Hulk and Doctor Strange are done their run for now, so I will change things up. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the 2 heroes that come with the box, which I guess I technically should. Or I was actually thinking about maybe taking a vote with all of you. Like doing a poll on, I don't know, Facebook or the Twitter channel that we have, both of them maybe, and seeing what 2-person team you guys want me to play through. What do you think of that? I'm down for it. Hey, I love all the characters that I got, all the characters in that game, all the hero packs, so I'd have no problem playing any of them. Just, yeah, that's what we're going to do. You know, we're going to do that, but that's not going to be till the end of the month, I think. I got a couple of the other playthroughs here on that list that I'm going to want to get through first, especially since I've played Marvel recently and for a long time. So that's going to be the end of the month. But I promise you, I'm going to put that poll out, and I'm going to end up using a 2-person team based on what you all would like to see. And then, of course, there's going to be some slideshow Sundays, which are going to be based primarily on the live playthroughs, the Friday and or Saturdays that I'm doing. And this will give a chance to get a nice close-up of the components and the game itself. I really do love doing these slideshow Sundays. Just a nice musical interlude while looking at some beautiful products. So that's what we got going on this month. Also, wait a second. What am I thinking? Woo, I almost forgot. Next week, I think there may have to be a double drop for Monday next week. See, things just keep getting backed up because, they're not next week, the week after. Well, what I'm getting to is I'm going to have my summer preview catalog up. That's right. So keep an eye out for that mid-late month. That's going to be cool. Probably end up being a double Monday drop. awesome. All right, everyone. So thank you for joining me here. And remember, if you have any questions that you want to ask, anything you want me answered, just put it in a comment, and we'll make sure that it gets to one of the videos. Especially if you market it that you'd like to see it in one of the comment videos at the end of the month. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'm your buddy Big John at G for Two Gun Pixie. What the heck was that? This fingers have minds of their own. 10 little itty bitty minds. All right, everyone. For Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming, and my friends.